Hi guys, so today's lesson's on the impact of gender and class on education. So it's when the two things come together. Now the idea is that although girls on the whole do better than males, there's a certain group of females that don't do as well as other females, and that's working class girls. So it's looking at how the class, being working class, negatively impacts on the girls' education. There's two key terms you need to know for this. Symbolic capital is a term we use quite a lot. Symbolic capital is aspects of your cultural identity that give you advantage in education. So it might be things like understanding the application process and things like that. Working class feminine identity is the characteristics that working class girls value about their identity and their peers' identity. So there's three, Archer, if you remember, he did a study of working class girls and he found there were three things that were important to them: designer clothes, having a boyfriend, and being loud in class. So those things are all important to the girls, and it was found they kind of policed each other. So if they didn't have on makeup and designer clothes one day, their peers would make fun of them for that. So it was really important for their identity. What that meant is that the girls, because their identity clashed with the education system, what that meant is the girls had to make a choice between their class identity and their school identity, and they couldn't remain working class and do well in education, or do well in education and maintain their identity as part of their class. So it caused a clash. Now what I'd like you to do for each of the three things I've written around Archie, if you look on the next page, there's some information about the negative impact having a boyfriend had, but what I would like you to do is I've put a link on there which is the first 10 minutes of an episode of Educating Essex, which shows two girls that fit really nicely into this identity. Just watch the first 10 minutes and identify any of the behaviour that links into these three categories and explain how it would negatively impact on their education. Okay, then we're looking at how we're looking at girls in general for our second bit, and this is looking at how girls are stereotyped in education. So they're stereotyped in three ways: dress code, they're just teacher expectations, and peer groups. And what I've done is, so you can be a bit more independent with this, I've scanned in 2 pages of textbook, and I'm going to get you to read through that and make notes on it yourself. If there's any problems, please let me know. If you can't, if you're struggling to read the book, like when you close in, just let me know and I'll send you an actual scan of the textbook. Hope that helps, and hopefully I'll get to speak to you all again soon. Bye.